you want to know kind of, again, how to take your life on that low self-esteem, how to start building it up. And this is what I've learned, that there's 4 phases people are constantly cycling through. And because I'm not a smart person, I like to use acronyms to help me remember stuff. And I use the acronym OPEN. And the O stands for the observation phase. This is the time when you find yourself entering this phase of life. This is the time to dream. What do I want? Not how will I accomplish it? What will it look like? What do I need to do to get there? This is the time to meditate, take time for yourself and say, what would I really love to do, to have, to be, to accomplish it? And you allow yourself to be in that space. This is when you create vision boards. This is when you just, really let those dreams flow. You quiet your mind, you sit, and you just let it be. Because then you're going to go into what's called the P, which is called the Pamper phase. I'm going to tell everybody, success takes work. But most people are working harder being broke. So you're working hard anyway. So you might as well work hard the right way. But one of the biggest reasons that I've noticed that people fail, struggle, or sabotage is they don't take care of the Pamper phase. The Pamper phase is about you. This is where, you cannot give what you do not have. So if you're not taking care of you, how can you take care of others? And so I use the rule, my wife and I, when we sit down and do our calendar, we schedule our Pamper time first before anything else goes on that calendar. We time for ourselves, time for each other, time for family. And here's, I said time for ourselves. This is a big one. It is critical you actually give yourself time. And there's 2 things that come into play with that. You have to be creative on how you're going to do it. And you have to be willing to feel selfish.
That's the hard part.
It is. Who am I to take time? And I'm not saying it has to be hours or days.
You're paying attention, Lila?
Yeah, I know. I'm listening. I'm taking notes.
Good. 15 minutes to sit down and read a book. 15 minutes to, I'm reading about 2 different novels on my phone right now, because anytime I have a few minutes, that's time for me. And, reading, people go, yeah, don't successful people get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and read 15 books by the time they have breakfast? Yeah, they don't. And I don't just read personal development. I alternate. I'll read a personal development book, then I'll read a fantasy book. Something that just gets me into energy and just having fun and get lost in the reading. So you got to be creative and you got to be willing to feel selfish. And so that's the Pamper phase.